Okay, we'll get started. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. I'm Kim Hines, Executive Director of Central Virginia Waste Management Authority. CVWMA is a regional authority serving 13 local governments and nearly 1.5 million residents across the Greater Richmond and Tri-Cities areas. I'm thrilled to be here today to announce this exciting and innovative project. This innovation represents the kind of collaboration that makes my job so rewarding, bringing people together, taking risks, trying new things for the greater good. In partnership with Henrico County and the City of Richmond, we've purchased new carts for our trash collection programs. While that might sound routine, what makes this purchase truly special is how these carts are made. None of this would have been possible without the shared vision and commitment of our partners. Henrico and Richmond jumped in with us to support a unified effort toward more sustainable waste solutions. Nearly a decade ago, I was introduced through Matt Banka to Tato and the team at UBQ Materials. At that time, they described a groundbreaking technology that converts everyday municipal solid waste into a sustainable plastic-like material. Honestly, it sounded too good to be true at the time. But I've since had the opportunity to see their process firsthand, and I can tell you it's nothing short of impressive. Here in Central Virginia, we generate and discard about 1.2 million tons of waste every year. Statewide, Virginia manages more than 20 million tons annually. So where does it all go? Thankfully, we're strong recyclers here in Central Virginia and in the Commonwealth. More than half of our waste is diverted from landfills and recycled into new products. So this keeps valuable materials in use and supports millions of jobs in the recycling industry. However, much of what isn't recycled ends up in landfills, and that's exactly why bringing UBQ's technology to the United States and to Virginia is so important. At CVWMA, Henrico, and Richmond, buying trash carts is a regular part of our operations, but this time we're doing things differently. These new carts are made with a climate-positive raw material derived from municipal solid waste that otherwise would be landfilled. This isn't just a cart. It's a symbol of our commitment to a circular economy. We're taking waste and turning it into something new, then using it to manage our waste again. That's what closing the loop really looks like. This project goes beyond a single purchase. It reflects our shared commitment to innovation, sustainability, and better waste management for our communities today and into the future. And as the manufacturer of these carts, Cascade Engineering has been a crucial partner in this effort. Their unwavering commitment to sustainability without compromising on product durability has made this project not only possible but truly impactful. We're grateful for their partnership and proud to work with a company that leads by example in advancing sustainable manufacturing. It is my pleasure to introduce Christina Keller, the CEO of Cascade Engineering, who shares our vision and here to say a few words. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kim. So I remember when I first visited UBQ back in 2018 and saw the vision that they had, and it's very exciting to see this coming to fruition today. It's a lot of effort to get these products to work together and to move this forward, but we've unlocked a key. And what I think is so beautiful about what Virginia has done as being a pioneer in this is that now it's a replicable model that people can follow across the nation of looking at how can we take our trash, our recycle, put that back into our carts, bring that back into the system, into the stream. These are durable products that can be out there for years, but then at the end of their life, come back and be a part of a truly sustainable approach. And so it's very symbolic because it's part of a trash and recycle program that we have a product that has trash and recycle within it that's able to truly demonstrate what's possible with the collaboration and the partnership that we have together. So I just want to thank the team for all the effort that it took to get us here today. We're excited to be able to be launching this and to be part of the vision that all of us have shared. So thank you again so much.
Good morning, all. So my name is John Vitolkas, Henrico County Manager. I'd like to start by just recognizing a member of our Board of Supervisors that is here, Mr. Jody Rogish from the Tuckahoe District. We also have a number of folks on staff who have worked diligently on this effort. Bentley Chan, our Director of Public Utilities, Steve Yob, Deputy County Manager. We have John Clary and Josh Byerly from our landfill operations, and we also have a member of the Central Virginia Waste Management Authority Board, Mary Lee Trattina, who is here with us this afternoon, and our wonderful folks from Public Relations. So I think Kim hit the nail on the head. You know, today marks a proud and exciting moment for our county and for our Central Virginia region. This partnership between UBQ Materials, Cascade Engineering, and the Central Virginia Waste Management Authority is more than just a rollout of new trash cans, bins. It's a bold forward step as to how we think about waste, innovation, and sustainability. You know, our county is thrilled to be one of the first communities in the country to introduce these new waste carts made of using UBQ's groundbreaking material. I dare say we are not going to be the only one in that field. I think you all are going to continue to bring more and more into the fold. You know, what makes this truly special is that these carts aren't just for waste collection. They're actually made from waste, household waste that would otherwise head to landfills that is now being transformed into a more durable, smart alternative to traditional plastic. This is innovation in its purest form, and it's happening right here in our own backyard. Henrico has already made great strides in supporting recycling, environmental stewardship, and cleaner communities. In 2023, with our partners at CVWMA, we introduced more than 90,000 new recycling carts that incorporated materials right here, recycled here in the Central Virginia region. You know, if you think back to prior to these carts, we had these waste bins, and they were literally portable. You had to carry them out to your, the end of your driveway, and if it rained, a lot of what was in the bin couldn't be recycled. And so ultimately, that was a significant improvement. We've added solar panels to many of the rooftops at our schools, our libraries, and other facilities, and we ensure that LEED certification is a requirement on all of our new construction of county buildings. Just a few weeks ago, we broke ground on the very first K-12 public school living building, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, in the world at Wilton Farm. Today, we're building on that momentum and doing so in a way that reflects our values, sustainability, collaboration, and forward-thinking leadership. These carts will soon be a part of weekly garbage collection in Henrico County. Thank you, Josh and John. As well, which, by the way, we are expanding, as well as a handful of other localities in the region, which I'll allow them to speak about. Together, we're supporting a more circular and resilient economy where the materials we use today become the building blocks of tomorrow. I want to thank our partners, UBQ Materials, Cascade Engineering, CVWMA, for bringing this vision to life. In particular, I want to thank my classmate from J.R. Tucker High School, Kim Hines. We have our 40th high school reunion this Saturday. That actually hurt. And so this initiative shows what's possible when public and private sectors come together with a shared purpose and a commitment to a cleaner and smarter future. Henrico County is absolutely proud to help lead the way, but also leading the way are our friends in the City of Richmond. So I want to turn the podium over to Laura Thomas, Director of Sustainability for the city. Laura?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Laura Thomas. I'm the Director of Sustainability for the City of Richmond, Virginia. And I want to first start by saying there's now actually 3 J.R. Tucker alumni here, but I won't say what year that was for me. I am honored to join you all here today and our regional partners, and partnership is the name of the game, so I will say their names again: Henrico County, CVWMA, Cascade Engineering, and UBQ Materials. I'm so honored to be with all of you all as we celebrate this innovation that is practical and powerful. John said it, this is bold. Thinking of new creative ideas to bring to our communities is critically important. And this is a representation of that innovation and that boldness. Today's announcement marks more than just the launch of new trash carts. It marks a new way of thinking about waste, turning what we once discarded into something useful, durable, and climate positive. UBQ's groundbreaking material gives new life to household waste, transforming it into carts and other materials for residents to use every single week. That's the circular economy in motion, and it's happening right here in Richmond and in our counties. This initiative delivers on the city's commitment to RVA Green 2050, Richmond's equity-centered climate action and resilience plan. One of its core pathways of the 5 in that plan is waste reduction and recovery. And it calls on us to keep materials in use, reduce our emissions, and create systems that work for everyone. And today we're living that vision. We're implementing this new novel idea. We're also advancing several other concepts around the circular economy, and we'll be establishing a circular economy hub in the city of Richmond, the first of its kind in the state. We also recently passed a plastic bag tax that goes into effect January 1st, 2026, and we're excited to be reducing the amount of litter in our communities and how that litter impacts the cost to our infrastructure upgrades and cleaning. This opportunity also reflects the best of Mayor Avula's pillars for a thriving Richmond. It shows that it's a city government that gets things done. It strengthens our neighborhoods. It supports our families. It fuels a stronger economy. It creates jobs and upholds an inclusive city and advances a sustainable built environment. It also contributes to a city that tells its story, stories of ingenuity, of collaboration and partnership, and progress that we can all build upon. These carts are more than containers for waste. They're symbols of what's possible when partnership meets purpose. Together, we're proving that sustainability isn't just a policy. It's something that you can actually touch, that you can use, and that you can be proud of. Thank you to our partners, our regional collaborators, and everyone who helped make this vision become real. Richmond, the counties, we're leading by example, and together we're building a cleaner, stronger, and more sustainable future for all.
Thank you. Greetings. My name is Otto Waxman. I'm the delegate for the 83rd District in the House of Delegates in the General Assembly. I represent the localities of Sussex, Greensville, Emporia, Brunswick, Isle of Wight, portions of Dinwiddie, and also Southampton County. And I'm really pleased that this day has finally come together. I've been working with Matt Benka, who was referenced earlier, for quite a few months, trying to get more information about this group and this new exciting product. The ability that we can lower our carbon footprint while bringing up a new product that is sustainable and taking additional waste out of our landfill is instrumental. I've had the pleasure of working with these groups the last few days, particularly with Cascade and UBQ, to help bring something like this to fruition, and with a little bit of a hope that we can get something in Virginia as this new product market is valuable and can really do great things. So once again, thank you. And at this point, I'll turn the podium over to Kim.
Well, you're not Kim. Yeah, I'm not Kim. There you are. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to join us today. I have to say that it is very moving that after 13 or 14 years of development of an almost absurd idea of taking mixed household waste, turning it into a usable product, we are able to be sitting here presenting a trash bin that is made out of trash. And I tell you the truth, when you start a company, you typically don't believe that you're going to be sitting here 13 years later with all these very important people, but there's something here that makes you make it happen. So thank you very much, Kim. Thank you, everyone here, the authority, Cascade Engineering, Central Virginia Waste Management, and the Henrico County for being here and making this a reality. We all know the problem we're facing today, waste. Waste is just an amazing problem that people don't know how to deal with. The amount of waste that humanity generates every year is 2.5 billion tons. It's very difficult to imagine, but it's easier to imagine 10 million jumbo jets full of people, 10 million jumbo jets. This is the weight of waste that is generated every year. And yes, some of it is recycled, but regrettably, most of it is not recycled. And that residual waste that cannot be recycled is exactly what we're using. So we're allowing people to take all the valuable materials. We're allowing the recycling systems that Kim was mentioning, where they provide jobs and a circular solution for those materials that can be recovered. We're taking the residual. We're taking the garbage of the garbage, okay? And that is the new material that we have invented. This process, by the way, is patented, of course, and we are expanding it all over the world. The beauty is that we're creating a world where instead of plastics making waste, we're making plastics out of waste. And this plastic that is made out of waste is not plastics. It's chicken bones, it's banana peels, it's hamburger leftovers, it's diapers, it's cardboard, dirty cardboard that we couldn't recycle. The cardboard with the pizza inside, the mozzarella, okay? That is UBQ material. And of course, a lot of non-recyclable plastics, that we call them residual plastics, that even if you take them out are unrecyclable, they are part of UBQ material. So we're really sitting before the landfill, stopping the truck from getting in, and telling them, wait, let's circulate that into a new material, which we call UBQ material. So our technology is unique in its ability to take all these materials, and this process effectively removes greenhouse gases. It removes the waste streams from our ecosystems. It transforms waste into a clean, usable, and most important, cost-competitive material. It is very difficult to create a circular economy if you don't come with a very cost-competitive alternative. And UBQ is a cost-competitive alternative. Let me show you 1 minute of a short movie I have here so that you can, I have to push enter, right? I know what I need to do. Look, I know.
What if waste wasn't? What if we could turn dirty diapers, pizza boxes, plastic containers, and the food and organics inside them into useful products? We already do. We are UBQ Materials. We divert garbage from landfills and turn it into a bio-based, climate-positive plastic substitute. UBQ is in all kinds of useful products: pallets, garden planters, office chairs, toolboxes. Where there's UBQ, there's less plastic, less garbage, lower emissions. UBQ is a proven, integrated business solution to help meet your sustainability goals. UBQ can fast-track your sustainability goals, keeping you on target and on schedule. It's time to reshape how most things are made with UBQ.
That is our actual plant, which is very impressive, by the way, to see, like Kim was saying. This is the high tech of the low tech. Waste, here. This is waste. We chopped it so that you can see it without smelling it.
Does it smell bad?
Huh?
Does it smell bad?
Waste. But what smells very good is this, the powder. From here to here, we convert all these materials into one homogeneous, consistent thermoplastic, natural thermoplastic, which means that it flows like plastic and it behaves like plastic and it sticks to plastics. And this is in the form of powder, which we can supply to our customers. But typically, we pelletize it just like polypropylene or polyethylene. The conventional plastics are pelletized and shipped to our customers. So these are the UBQ tablets or pellets that we will ship to our customers. This is 100% waste. So we ship them to our customers, and they do cards, and they do flower pots. Look at this beautiful flower pot. I mean, this is Italian design. By the way, it's an Italian company. We can do boxes. We can do hangers. These plastic hangers are one of the biggest companies in the world. This is a panel made with UBQ that we developed with this company called Param. The beauty of this panel is you can build, for example, an event, okay? A trade show. And all these trade shows are typically then dismantled and sent to construction and demolition because you don't know what to do with them. In our case, you dismantle the tables, the chairs, the whole building, and you send it to recycling. So you're recycling your events instead of building new ones. Oh, sorry. Here. So just to give you a few examples, of course, UBQ can be implemented in thousands of applications, just like any other plastic material. So these cards actually embed a story of a transformation where we're not only saving landfills, we are providing a better future for communities. We are able to provide green jobs. We are able to provide a new circular economy that actually works. It's not a story, it's not a dream, it's here, it's now, it works. So the more UBQ we have in the, around, the better for the planet. We're honored to work alongside partners who share our commitment to environment, responsibility, and community progress. Together, we're proving that waste can be reimagined, and it can be the foundations of new generations of materials and new possibilities. A future where waste is not the end of the story, but it's only the beginning. So as we celebrate this milestone today, we also celebrate what it represents: innovation, circularity, and the belief that a cleaner world is in our reach. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for our collaboration. And thank you to the people of Virginia for welcoming with open hands. Together, we're not just reducing waste. We are redefining what is possible. Thank you.
Thank you, and again, thank you everyone for being here. This is truly a global partnership, and we're excited for more and more of these carts to get out to the curb. This initial purchase will be distributed, these carts will be distributed in Henrico County, the City of Richmond, as well as the cities of Colonial Heights and Hopewell and the Town of Ashland. So we're excited to get them on the ground and on the curb. So again, thank you all. We're happy to take any questions that you all might have.
Hi, I'm Joe Dodson with Courthouse News. So is there any facilities in the U.S. yet? And if not, so is this trash coming from the Netherlands?
Do you want to speak to that, Tato? Come on up to the mic. Yep.
Okay. The first UBQ plant the commercial plant was established in the Netherlands, in the south of Rotterdam, for those who know the area. We created there a very advanced facility, by the way, next to a natural reserve. So it's quite I am using the opportunity to tell you that we are taking waste, converting it into a product, sitting next to a natural reserves in a country where environmental permitting is probably the most terrible on the planet, and we got permitted, which means that our process, our technology is not only incredibly impressive, but it is clean and it is energy efficient. We're also providing a lot of jobs. That is the first site that we chose for many reasons. But frankly, we are always seeing the United States as the next stage, the next step of the company. I will not tell you exactly where, but we have 2 states in the country where we are advancing projects so that we can actually start selling UBQ material made with US waste. Because like you say today, the UBQ material we produce in the Netherlands is created with European waste. But it is important to mention that the impact of taking that waste also impacts you, because we're saving all the harms, including the carbon emissions that are created there, are common to all of us. So yes, we want to have a plant in the US. As I told you, we have 2 important developments. We will have more press conferences to announce those in the future.
So is the plastics manufactured there, are the carts manufactured overseas and shipped here, or?
No.
No.
We ship the material. You can
Yeah,
answer that one.
Yep. Yep. For Cascade Engineering is manufacturing the carts here in the United States, in Michigan.
In Michigan? Okay,
Yep.
so the pellets turn into pellets overseas,
Right.
pellets get shipped, carts get made in Michigan, shipped to Virginia.
Correct.
The 90,000 you bought in 2023, is that these or is that addition to, you said?
No, those were different.
Okay.
Yeah, they were made with 35% recycled content, but not UBQ material.
And these would be 100% recycled content.
They are not 100%.
No, not 100%. They have a percentage of UBQ, which we want to increase. But the more carts we're going to be producing, the more UBQ you will find inside. The impact, the carbon impact of these trash is that we're saving between 7.5% to 10% carbon emissions of each one of these trash cans. Again, the more UBQ, the more carbon emissions we save, the more products we buy with UBQ, the better.
Do we have a percentage of UBQ and recycled if we're counting those separately in these new carts?
In these particular carts, we know that the amount of UBQ that we have here is about 5%.
Okay, and then another 30% traditionally recycled?
There is some recycled and there is some virgin. It's a combination. That's the way you can manage to deal with existing processes and existing engineered products to start transitioning into something, because it is very difficult to come with a material that replaces 100% of anything, right? The beauty of UBQ is that it melts and matches to other materials. Other alternatives oblige you to change the whole thing. So that is why nothing is happening around until we came.
So how many of these bins are being purchased this time around, and who is paying for that?
So we have procured about 3,000 bins, and for each of our respective trash programs. So we've purchased them, procured for them, like we would our regular trash carts. So CVWMA is paying for ours, Henrico is paying for theirs, and Richmond's paying for theirs.
So is it 3,000 total or each?
It's 3,000 total.
Okay. And each organization is paying themselves for however many they need?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And how much total is that together cost for the 3,000 bins?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of $100,000. And that's consistent with regular carts that are made from virgin material. So there's no significant cost difference per cart.
Who gets the carts if it's only 3,000? Or like split between, like Richmond, for instance, there's a lot more than 3,000 people. Who's the people who get the carts?
Right. So City of Richmond residents will get them as they need them. New homes that are being built, or replacement carts, things like that.
Those plants that are under development in the U.S., where will those be?
In the East Coast.
If we buy more trash cans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is really the beginning, like Kim was saying. This is just the beginning. This is to show you that it is possible. Now we are going to break all the frontiers.
Right.
Hopefully.
When you say there's a decrease in emissions, can you share how you calculate that? 'Cause
Yes.
Right now it sounds like the trash has to go to the Netherlands and then come back and then.
Very good. Very good question.
Has a long process.
Very good. Thank you. We have, look, the impact of UBQ, the carbon impact of UBQ. The carbon impact of UBQ comes from three different stages. First of all, we're saving waste landfill. You may know that the EPA a year ago declared that we should do anything possible to take out of landfills organic material because regrettably, organic matter, when it is dumped in an anaerobic side like waste, it doesn't, in the landfills, waste doesn't breathe. It's eaten by bacteria. That creates methane, and methane is a super powerful gas. I mean, it's like 84 times more powerful than CO2. That is one thing we're saving because we're taking the waste before it gets into the landfill and decomposes and creating a new material that stops that one. That is the first. Second one, the majority of this material is organic matter. 80% of the content of the organic trash bin is not, plastic, it's organics. Cardboard, paper, food residues, garden trimmings, okay? That stuff is locked in UBQ. So we're trapping the carbon that is embedded in organic matter. That's the second place where we trap carbon, okay? What you call carbon capture. The third place where we are avoiding emissions is because we're replacing plastics. Plastics are a very intense carbon-produced material, okay? I mean, when you go to a refinery, imagine what is plastics. Plastics is from taking the oil out of the soil, bringing it to the refinery, cracking, producing, monomerizing, polymerizing. That doesn't need to happen with UBQ. So we're saving enormous emissions of creating plastics, okay? So if you sum up all these three impacts, this is an enormous thing. What we typically showcase is that we're replacing plastics, and therefore we have a very clear, to measure impact. But if you add on the plastic that is the carbon footprint that is trapped here, and what we save from the landfills, the impact is enormous, much higher.
Do you know how many pounds of garbage it would take to make one of these bins?
That's a good one. So for every kilo of UBQ, we typically use about 1.5 kilos of waste. The difference is typically metals and minerals that we take out because we send to recyclers. Good materials, we don't need them in UBQ. We send them to recycling, so we drop there a little weight, and then the moisture. Waste is very wet, no? It's humid. So we're converting 100% of the material. The difference, as I tell you, is metals, minerals, and a lot of moisture that disappears. It's just water.
Does this accept polyester?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We work with all the conventional plastics. I mean, all of them are here, plus the banana peels and the chicken bones. Any other questions?
So it's just metal that can't be used in it? Pretty much anything?
We can use it, but we don't need it. So we take it out and we send it to the metal producers. They recycle it, they use it, and that's a win-win. Okay? Metals and minerals. Minerals is glass. Okay? All the other stuff, what you call the sticky, wetty waste, that is what we use. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.